Greetings friends and family, I'm Rob Chapman and welcome to 5 ways to use your green box. Badunk! We already know these tube screamer. We've got 4 of them in our drawer at home and I've been using tube screamers and green boxes for about 10 years. Well, maybe you have, Junior, but maybe you don't know all of the ways. Maybe you will find a new way, a dark way, a secret way that might just open up a whole load of new possibilities for you. Let's try and recycle old gear and find new, cool, crazy things that you can do with them, like that one trick you did with the flanger. I do really like it when some of the more advanced and experienced guitar players leave advice, so I'm going to pin a comment, hammer down some advice in there. Anyway, let's get going with 5 ways to use a green box, tube screamer, and any variant of tube screamer. If you're a guitar player that uses a valve amplifier and a tube screamer, you will have come across the situation where if you're running the amplifier with preamp gain, you don't get a volume boost from the tube screamer. All that's happening is it's slamming into the preamp valves, it's making them slightly more distorted with the increased volume, and it's not helping you get that lead boost that you need. So this method cuts right to the heart of that. We're going to use it as a cut. By the way, for this entire demonstration, I will be using the Victory RD1. It's the simplest amplifier on the planet. It's effectively one channel. It has a loop. I'm not using the loop at all. I've got the amplifier right now set to a sort of a lead tone, kind of a lead tone, something that I would use for blues rock. But I'm using the tube screamer here, bing bing, as a cut. So when it's activated, I'm soaking up loads and loads and loads of the volume. I'm cutting down on the tone and I haven't got any gain added whatsoever. So with the pedal activated, this is now my rhythm tone. But if I deactivate the pedal, of course you get the lift in volume because it's been used as a cut, you get the increased gain, and you get a brighter tonality because I've cut the tone at the pedal. So now you've got the lead sound. So really we're using the amp as the lead channel and using the pedal as the rhythm channel. It's brilliant. I love doing this. And it's why this is such a versatile piece of gear. Method of using the ubiquitous green box number 2. If you are a touring musician or you go to garages and practice with bands and you get an amp, you get whatever you're given, basically. Sometimes you might find that the amplifier has a great tone, but it's a bit muddy or it's a bit undergained. Well, this is where the tube screamer really shines. You can use it as a treble boost. So I'm still going in the front, the preamp. I've got my amplifier set to a mid gain, and I'm going to use my tube screamer or any green box with a lot of level because I haven't got too much preamp gain on the amplifier, and I'm using quite a lot of tone and a tiny, tiny bit of gain so that you go from to this. Now, some of you might say, isn't that just using a tube screamer? No, because I'm not really using the gain. There's literally the smallest amount that I could roll in involved. It's not acting like a preamp, it's acting as a boost and then EQ. Alrighty, number 3, we're going to be using our green box as a preamp. In this instance, you're at a venue, you're at a rehearsal, whatever, you're lumbered with an amplifier that doesn't have preamp gain, or the preamp gain is very under, it's like sort of slightly overdriven but not enough for you to get the lead. We're going to use this as the preamp, not just to add a little bit of sizzle on top of a lead sound. So we're going from kind of a super clean, and we're going to absolutely the one danger here, of course, is that you've got kind of a clean tone and then kind of a really overdriven, dirty tone. Great for punk bands, but not for the blues rock kind of territory. Number 4 is how everybody uses this pedal. I find it limiting, but it does sound good. So this is how I've got the amplifier set. It sounds like this. So I've set quite a lot of gain, but not loads, not a lot of volume, and tone for taste. Everybody loves that, but there's one bonus round way of using a tube screamer that not many think of, and that is just stick it in the loop. And people are going, what? No, Rob, you can't put it in the loop. Yes, you can. This is what you got to do. Turn everything off, turn all the things off. Trust me, whack it in the back of your amplifier, and then very gently nudge in the volume and the EQ until you find that perfect boosted spot. Trust me, it sounds amazing. This is unorthodox, I will admit, but it does work. Not with every amplifier. You've got to really be careful with the settings to tweak in the sweet spot. But this is the amplifier without my screamer. Of course, you're not going to hear the difference in volume, but it's dramatic. Alrighty, there you go. 5 different ways of using a green box, tube screamer, any variant thereof. If you've got cool ideas for ways that you can reuse these awesome old pieces of gear, please fire away into my comment section. And by the way, a lot of this might even be applicable to modelers nowadays, as they've become so sensitive to placement in order in the blocks or whatever you're using, whether it be helix or fractal or whatever. You might find that you can pop a tube screamer in the loop or in front of something or behind something and use it all these different ways, and it will make a difference even if you don't own one but you're using a digital recreation of one. Have a great day, take it easy. Chappers out.